the thing for her. The only people who can get to
No,
you...
there is not a thin line between love and hate. There is, in fact, a great wall of China with armed sentries posted every 20 feet between love and hate. What would you want? A doctor who holds your hand while you die, or a doctor who ignores you while you get better? I guess it would particularly suck to have a doctor who ignores you while you die. Sub-Q vitamin K and fresh frozen plasma pre-op.
Pretty risky.
Well, that's why I came to the best transplant surgeon in the hospital. She's dead without you.
Get her in this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
And this was right before you ran the marathon, I suppose?
Was it the part where he warmly clasped my hands in thanks? Was that too much? We're both straight. Oh my God, that is beautiful. We finally have the room to display it the way it deserves.
I should go.
You think it's going to come out on its own? Are we talking bigger than a bread basket?
How did you...
You've been here half an hour. You haven't sat down. That tells me its location. You haven't told me what it is. That tells me it's humiliating. You have a little birdie carved under your arm. It tells me you have a high tolerance for humiliation, so I figure it's not hemorrhoids. What are you doing here?
I'm here because...
Nothing you can say is going to change anything.
I love this man. And I am not wasting another moment of my life denying that. Gregory House, will you marry me?
Wow. This is unexpected. You idiots. You lied to me.
We didn't lie about anything. You, on the other hand, accused us of molesting our son.
Perfect.
Couldn't we get off my screw-ups and focus on theirs? Theirs is bigger. You're not Dan's parents.
We're his parents.
He was adopted. He doesn't need to know.
I do.
Adoption makes us just as much
Listen, when we were taking his medical history, were you confused? Did you think we were looking for a genetic clue to his condition, or did you think we were trying to ascertain who loves him the most in the whole wide world? I am a board certified diagnostician with a double specialty of infectious disease and nephrology. I'm also the only doctor currently employed at this clinic who's forced to be here against his will. That is true, isn't it? But not to worry, because for most of you, this job could be done by a monkey with a bottle of Motrin. Speaking of which, if you're particularly annoying, you may see me reach for this. This is Vicodin. It's mine. You can't have any. And no, I do not have a pain management problem. I have a pain problem. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm too stoned to tell. You Jewish?
Yes.
Is it true what they say about Jewish foreplay?
2 hours of begging?
I heard 4.
Well, actually, I'm only half Jewish.
Dinner with Cuddy.
Still sucking up so she'll fund your play space for the chemo kids? They really ought to save their energy for other things, like crying.
I am not telling you what went wrong or right until you tell me why she said thank you.
Oh, you got me. You know I need to know. I am so gonna fold. Except you're forgetting there's one thing I can do now.
Skin exam and ACTH stimulation tests were both normal. He has nystagmus, but it's congenital. No way it's related to the coma.
You say no way, I say... yeah, no way.
You stole my patient.
You kidnapped my guitar. I'm monitoring the guy remotely.
What are you, listening for the distant sound of screaming?
The nurses know to call me.
Inhalants?
If I wanted a knee-jerk drug diagnosis, I would have told Foreman where we are.
He knows where we are.
Because he followed you.
Followed Taub. I followed her.
You were supposed to tell her that we're straight.
She didn't believe me either.
You're doing this to mess with me.
Correction. I started doing this to mess with you. Now, I'm honestly trying to hit that.
By pretending you're gay and in a relationship with me?
We're in a relationship and we're really unhappy. Communication's never been easy for us, probably because we're so closeted. I got it all figured out. Nora and I spend the next few weeks hanging out, become best girlfriends. I confide in her about Heart issues.
I can't decide if this plan is more despicable or illogical.
And then one night, we get drunk. Back rub turns into a front rub. And next morning, I've never felt this way about a woman before.
That's quite a commitment you've made to jumping the girl I'd like to date.
I like to date her.
He wants to be discharged.
Oh, sure. Places to go. People to eat.
He insists his chance of dying from a hospital-acquired infection is greater than him dying from whatever caused his coma.
Did you tell him that statistics also say he's a big fat idiot?
If we ever get seated.
Excuse me.
No,
We've been waiting for...
Any minute now, she's gonna hit him in the face with your testicles. Row D, you're fired. I didn't actually count all the resumes.
This is stupid. You can't manage that many people. We're just gonna keep weeding them out arbitrarily.
Sure, and having them sitting in my office schmoozing about their favorite Algerian surfing movies is a much better system. Wait a sec. Were you in row D?
Yes.
My apologies. My boss says I'm being arbitrary and stupid.
Row D is not fired. Row C is fired.
I've tried everything.
Mm-hmm. Pulling the tongue, ice packs on the throat, hitting yourself, the groin pinch. Well, you've certainly covered all on normal medical basis. How are you hitting yourself, though? Is it an open hand or a fist?
Open hand.
Uh-huh. Well, that's how they teach it at Harvard Med. How hard, though? I'm sorry, I missed that. Could you do that again? You're a bureaucratic nightmare. You're a chronic pain in the ass, and you're a second-rate doctor at best.
Am I blushing?
You're not running any tests. He knows it's not PEs. The guy's D-dimer's normal.
That doesn't always rule
Going
out.
to run one test, run 8 more like she did, find out which one's right, then comes back with a brilliant guess.
Is this true? No. It's too bad. Because that would have earned you 40 points for cleverness. Points go to Amber.
Effectively rational, stubborn, uncooperative. Maybe you ought to check his leg.
You see what he did there? The patient's like me. The patient's 3 me's.
Hi, Greg. And I call you Greg because we're now social equals.
I call you cutthroat bitch. Well, quod erat demonstratum. Then I speak in Latin because I don't try to hide what an ass I am.
The powers that be. Fight the power. 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 We got to fight the powers that be. Algorithms designed to bounce with
House, what are you doing? What does it look like I'm doing? Fighting the power.
I know how you could succeed.
How?
Just say the magic words. I will destroy my husband's sperm. Oh, you mean succeed without doing that? Probably not. Take off your numbers. You look stupid. And I think I know who you are by now.
Wait, how do you want us to split up?
Good question, overly excited former foster kid. There's 10 of you. I was thinking 6 against 6. No, wait.
How about women versus men?
Excellent suggestion, fat twin. More interesting than evens versus odds. Less interesting than shirts against skins. If your sex organs dangle, you're the Confederates. If your sex organs are aesthetically pleasing, you're the Yanks.
Dr. House, I'd like to be on the men's team.
Do your sex organs dangle? Cutthroat bitch. Wait a second. This isn't just about the sex. You like her personality. You like that she's conniving. You like that she has no regard for consequences. You like that she can humiliate someone if it serves. Oh my God. You're sleeping with me.